I chose to do poem number 13, William Blake's You Don't Believe. It reads, You don't believe, I won't attempt to make ye. You are asleep, I won't attempt to wake ye. Sleep on, while in your pleasant dreams. Of reason you may drink of life's clear streams. Reason and Newton, they are quite two things. For so the swallow and the sparrow sings. Reason says miracle, Newton says doubt. Aye, that's the way to make all nature out. Doubt, doubt, and don't believe without experiment. That is the very thing that Jesus meant when he said, only believe, believe and try, try, and never mind the reason why. I took William Blake's poem to be anti-Newton, and he mentions in the first line that he isn't going to try to make you believe what he believes. He just kind of wants to state his opinion and just kind of let that be known that he doesn't buy into this whole Newton thing. The second line mentions that if you're sleeping, he won't attempt to wake you, which I took to mean that he feels Newton supporters are blind to him being more about science than religion. He also mentions that he won't try to sway them his way, but rather he's just stating how he feels without trying to make a projection. On the third and fourth line, he mentions to stay sleeping or continue to be in the dark. He mentions next about reason and Newton being two different things. He talks about that reason is a miracle, which I took to imply a religious undertone. And he says that Newton symbolizes the doubt of religion that was used as a science for so long during that time. And he mentions that Newton essentially takes the beauty out of nature, and that nature is doubted by Newton and only believable with experimentation and not blind belief. He mentions towards the end that Jesus said, only believe, which I took to mean blindly believe without questioning and without having proof. Many religions are like that, you just have to put your blind faith into something, and that can be a very opposing point to science. And it seems like Blake, protested this line of thinking based on his disdain for experimentation, which he mentions in the poem. And in the end, he talks about trying and believing and not thinking about why we are believing. Just, as I said, just going blindly in. This is indicative of the times where religion and biblical essences were the cornerstone for how people saw the world during that time, because science really wasn't, much of a thing at that time. Newton had new thoughts on science which challenged some of the religious aspects previously notioned for that time period, and I felt that, overall Blake was making a statement that Newton was kind of going against the grain and not in a good way, that he, was anti-religion and anti-nature, and he needed proof for everything, and kind of took the, I don't want to say like flightiness, but the fun and the spontaneity out of nature, and wanted to analyze it on a deeper, more meaningful level, which obviously he didn't care for very much. I also wanted to mention I'm filming outside because I thought, the poem talked a lot about nature and things like that, and I thought filming outside would be kind of a nice backdrop to set the stage for the poem.